Hey, it's Alex here. I'm out here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm actually in District 3 at this very cool cafe slash wine bar, I think it is. And I was just here for a business meeting with a school that we may be working with here in Vietnam. So that was a great meeting, and thought I'd do a quick video about something that people always ask about, and I want to go into actual details on this. And that's how to get a SIM card to use in your phone so that you can actually get connected out here in Vietnam. There are a few different networks, and there's a few things you need to know and which one to choose, how to go about finding a SIM card and buying one. So I'll crack into some details for that. So the first point I want to make is that you should have an unlocked phone to buy a SIM card in Vietnam and use it. That basically just means that your phone isn't locked to a certain carrier, and you can actually put a SIM card from a different company into it and it will work. The second point is that don't buy a SIM card as soon as you arrive in Vietnam at the airport. I'm not 100% sure about this, but from my experience in most countries, airports, everything's more expensive, and they often have make money off tourists kind of weird deals there. So just make sure you get into the city before you head over and buy a SIM card. You'll probably save some money and find a better deal. Alright, so I just headed over to this Mexican restaurant that was down the street from where I was. I was at a place called Silo, if you're interested, in District 3, and this is Rico Taco. Haven't eaten enough today, and I'm like trying to eat 3,000 calories per day, so I just got a burrito, which I'm going to eat in a sec, but I just want to quickly tell you about the rest of what you need to know about SIM cards. So there are three major networks in Vietnam: Mobifone, Viettel and Vinafone. Now, I've used Viettel and Mobifone, and I haven't used Vinafone. So I'll start off with Vinafone. I've heard that it's good for rural areas, like out in the countryside where no one really ever goes. So if that's you, sure, you can get it, but I hardly know anyone who actually has those Vinafone SIM cards. So the ones I used were Viettel and Mobifone, and I used Viettel first when I arrived in Hanoi and I was living there, and when I was down here in Ho Chi Minh City. So I've used it in both cities and it works fine in both. The coverage is good everywhere I was in the city. I've heard that Viettel has the biggest coverage throughout the country, and especially in northern Vietnam, in Hanoi. So from what I've heard, it's good to have it in Hanoi, and especially if you're traveling around outside of the city in Hanoi, Viettel is a pretty good option. The reason I switched over to Mobifone is that they have slightly better data packages, as well as 4G and LTE in Ho Chi Minh City only, and only in District 1, and I think one other district that I don't know about, but that's in the center of the city. And it was actually a bit annoying because I switched over to Mobifone to get this 4G, and my apartment is like right on the edge of District 1, so I don't actually get the 4G, but it's useful when you want fast internet right in the city center in District 1. So Viettel's data packages were okay too. I think you could get 1 or 2 gigabytes for a few dollars. You know, it wasn't expensive, but the package that I get with Mobifone is 200,000 dong for 5.5 gigabytes of data, and you get that 4G if you're in the center of the city. So that's less than $10 for 5.5 gigs of fast internet. So I really like that option. That's why I switched over. And apparently Mobifone is the best in Ho Chi Minh City. It's good in the city. So Mobifone is good for Hanoi or for Ho Chi Minh City. So my recommendation is, if you want fast internet and good data packages, go for Mobifone. From what I've heard, Viettel's coverage is a little bit wider, and it's good in the north, but you know, Viettel worked well for me too in both cities. So I think you can't really go wrong with either of those. Just base your decision on maybe the data packages. Calls and texting are very cheap. You just buy credits and then, you know, add it in, and it costs nothing. I think I spend literally less than $2 or $3 per month on calls and texting. I mean, who actually texts anymore anyway? Like, it's all mobile apps. So the way to get a SIM card, like I mentioned, just have an unlocked phone, bring it over. Don't buy it at the airport. Come into the city, and there are tons of Mobifone stores and Viettel stores everywhere. So go into one of these stores, just tell them what you want, bring your passport or an ID. You just fill out your details. I remember when I did this, it took about 5 minutes to do. You pay maybe a few dollars for the SIM card and maybe some credit and the data package, and then you're set. So it's really easy. They speak English very well in these stores. There's often like some pretty Vietnamese women there that will help you, and they speak English well. And yep, not hard to do at all. So just Google it, check on Google Maps where there's a store. I think even some convenience stores sell them. Actually, I think I bought my Viettel SIM card at a really random little convenience store somewhere up in Hanoi. But go to one of the stores, because then they can set up everything for you very easily. Simple and easy. It's not something you have to worry about. Once you're here, you just go to a store, get one. Simple. All right, so make sure to thumbs up this video. I'm gonna eat this burrito. Starving. It's gonna be delicious. And leave a comment below telling me what you'd like to see in future videos. I've got a list of ones I want to put out. I've got a whole bunch of different topics, and I'm going to be putting out videos very regularly. You can see I need some food. My brain's shutting down over here. But yeah, I'll speak to you in a new episode and a new video very soon. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll speak to you very soon. Peace.